Eidnani, founder and CEO of Trend Tech Consultants, joining us from Calcutta for all your stock queries. First up, we've got with us R.S. Singhal, who calls in from New Delhi. Hi, Mr. Singhal, what's your query?
मेरे पास 1000 शेयर हैं LIC हाउसिंग फाइनेंस के. हेलो.
Yes, go on. You've got LIC Housing?
हाँ जी, LIC हाउसिंग फाइनेंस के 1000 शेयर है एट द रेट ऑफ 36.
Yes, sir.
अब वो स्प्लिट होके 5000 बन गए हैं.
अरे वाह. Okay.
तो मैं इसका फ्यूचर जानना चाहता हूँ कि इसको होल्ड करूँ या क्या करूँ.
Right. A monthly, of course. Hitesh, technically, what do you make of this one? Performance of this counter in the last week actually has been very disappointing. It's corrected nearly 8%. What is it looking like? I don't know, oversold right now. Could we see a bounce back, which could possibly mean that the investor could hold this counter for about a couple of months, if not a year?
Now, this counter has been inching up higher. It's been making a pattern of higher tops, higher bottoms, but it's not going up very smoothly. So it's making these wide, higher tops and higher bottoms. But overall, that still points to a higher uptrend. So my sense is that the investor should hold on, keep holding with a stop loss of 200, which is about 13-14 rupees below from here. And if it stays within this, if it's contained within this stop loss of 200, my sense is that we could look at a move towards 275 to 300 in the next 6 to 12 months.
Well, that's a hold coming in on LIC Housing Finance. Technically, fundamentally, you could look at booking profit in some of your stocks on that one. Next up, we have with us K. Subramaniam, who calls in Calcutta. Hi, Mr. Subramaniam, what's your query?
Hello, good afternoon. My query is on Welspun Corp. I have 500 shares in Welspun Corp at 176 each. I would like to know the price movement or the upside left in a 1 month or a 3 month horizon.
Well, that's 1 month and 3 months on Welspun Corp. Hitesh, you want to have a go at what you make of Welspun Corp? Investor clearly doesn't want to stay on this counter for very long. His buy price is about 176. Again, fairly weak on the charts, right?
For Welspun, I would have 147 as a stop loss, and once it crosses 215, then we can assume that some kind of an uptrend has started, and we can see higher levels from here. So I would advise the investor, you've got a time frame of 1 to 3 months. I cannot exactly point out where we will see the counter in 1 month or 3 months, but if we see it crossing 215 within this period, that's when we could see an uptick of 15-20% above that level of 215.
Right, that's the call coming in on Welspun Corp. Holder with a stop loss of 147 rupees. Lalit, I know there was recently some news. What are you making of it? We're at a 3-week low. We've gone from plus 5,600 to almost 5,500 now, which is also getting threatened to be breached with the way the sell-off is taking place. Where do we stop? Technically, what are the kind of levels?
So, Samina, if you see broadly what's happened over the last 5-6 months, we are in this kind of wedge. The upper part of the wedge, if you see from the highs of November, we've had tops at 6,300, then we had the next one at 6,200, and finally one at 5,900, and if we take this top at 5,750, it's possible to draw a line connecting these tops. I would say that a confirmed uptrend would start if we cross 5,750 on the upside, and once again after that, once we cross 5,900. That's talking about the upside. On the downside, if we go below 51.75, then it's definitely very bad news from the market. In between this range, 51.75 to 5900, it's quite possible that we spend some more time here while the market builds a solid base and maybe breaks out or breaks down from here. But before a breakdown or a breakout happens, it's very difficult to say which direction the market is going to move. So it's quite possible that we head down another 50 or 100 points and then once again start a consolidation pattern out there.
Well, it's not looking good for the street. Europe as well is actually bleeding as we speak. So most of Europe is trading weak. Investors pretty much dumping those banking and insurance stocks. The sell-off that started yesterday with most of Europe. Got this Akshay Kapoor who calls in from New Delhi. Hi Akshay, what's your query?
Hi, I'm currently holding 1,000 shares of Fortis Healthcare with a long-term horizon of like 2 years. So is the stock, can I hold it for 2 years? Will it be a good option?
Fortis?
Samina, I feel it's been range bound between 130 to 190. So we need Fortis to either break down or break out from here. My advice, based on the current circumstances, would be to keep 150 as a stop loss and maybe possibly exit towards the top end of the range, that is somewhere between 185 to 190.
Well, that's of course the call coming in on Fortis. But in the meantime, thanks very much Hitesh and Lalit for joining us. Unfortunately, we couldn't take up too many queries on back of the fact that the markets have cracked quite a bit, but that's all the time we have on